Chapter 1, Honorable Discharge, January 15th, 2009. I was sitting at my desk with my legs kicked up on the drawer, phone pressed to my ear, trying to sound half awake. Sofia was ranting about her automatic car starter, which hadn't worked that morning. She was driving to work, still pitch black outside her window, complaining about her brother for getting her a bootleg starter that crapped out after a few short weeks. No, seriously, Otto. I'm sitting in bumper-to-bumper traffic, shivering like I'm in a damn meat locker, because Nicky said I should let his boy Rocco do the install because he'd give me a deal. I grinned. Did you expect anything else from Rocco? You've seen his car and his crib, everything is hood-rigged. Nothing is hooked up or connected normally. We both laughed, knowing Rocco's reputation for having the homie hookup. He always meant well, but he was shady as shit. Oh my God. I know. Don't make me laugh, she said, biting it back. But he promised me everything would be legit and he wouldn't let me down. Well, my car is so cold that my teeth are chattering. I swear, I'm gonna kill him. Nicky? Both of them. Rocco for half-assing the job and Nicky for recommending him and insisting I use him. She let out a huff that I felt through the phone. It was supposed to be clutch. Warm car, ready to go. No scraping ice off the windshield in my work clothes. And now? I'm stuck in traffic, freezing my ass off, and this ride hasn't started pumping out any warm air yet. I laughed softly, picturing her frustrated expression. Those vivid green eyes were probably rolling in exaggerated annoyance. She'd always been feisty, half Dominican, half Italian, with enough attitude to scare away anyone unprepared for a challenge. Come on, Soph. Even annoyed and freezing, I bet you still look better than everyone else stuck on the freeway. Yeah, nice try, she shot back, her voice softening, losing its sharp edges. There was a pause, heavy with everything we weren't saying. Anyway, I'm just trying to get through this semester without strangling someone. Remind me again why I chose grad school and teaching? Oh, right, summer's off, assuming I survive until summer. Well, if you do make it, the heat should thaw you out. Very funny, wise ass. Seriously, you'll survive. That's a lock.
It's a lock.
I teased gently, tapping the stack of medical and personnel folders in front of me. 3 long years of my life reduced to a few folders of government-issued jargon. And when you do, you'll be the best and baddest teacher those kids will ever have. She laughed, a quick burst, genuine and warm. But beneath it was something uncertain. I could hear her breathing, steady but quiet, like she wasn't really buying it. I tried again. Dead ass, if I knew a bookie dumb enough to take action on you, I'd throw my whole VA disability check on it. She didn't respond right away, so I kept going. Even Feta couldn't jinx that bad. And you know that man's a mush, like Bronx Tale level loser.
We've been mushed.
I love the man, but he can't win. He damn near funded Skee-Ball's summer house just by losing for a decade straight.
He bet the fucking horse.
People see him coming, they keep quiet about their picks.
We can't win. Mush bet kryptonite.
Hiding them from him in hopes he won't jinx them.
Fucking jinx.
I grinned at my own voice. I could almost hear Soph trying not to laugh on the other end. But you're such a lock, I tell Feta to hop on with me and still expect to cash out. That's how confident in you I am. Oh yeah? You think you got me all figured out, huh? You sure about that? Her voice was fast and sharp. Despite our rules about not getting serious, we both became skilled at ignoring them. For nearly a month, we had been falling asleep on the phone like teenagers. Now, on my final day in the Navy, here I was, talking to her at 6:45 a.m., as if I hadn't just spent over an hour on the phone with her before passing out a few hours ago. Our bond had grown strong so quickly. Moments like these made me realize how much she was beginning to mean to me. I wasn't even trying to be at work for more than a couple hours. I just needed to finish a few items on my command checkout sheet and get my discharge paper signed so I could start the long drive to Beach Harbor. All jokes aside, Sofia, you good? I asked. I'm always good, she said quickly, then, softer. But yeah, I'm good. Sofia carried herself like nothing could touch her, but I knew better. She had just gotten out of something messy and had been through serious shit. She had scars, not the kind you could easily see, but they were there. carefully hidden behind her confidence, which she wore like armor. But she was a fighter, and that's what I admired most about her. She sniffed. What about you? Big day today, huh? Officially out of uniform. I swallowed hard, glancing back at the papers. Yeah, something like that. One last cup to piss in, shake hands with the chief, then it's straight back to Beach Harbor. Straight back home, she echoed, lingering on the word home. Drive safe, okay? Seriously, Otto. I will, I promised, knowing deep down that my bipolar-fueled life had a way of ignoring careful plans and simple promises. She hung up, and I sat there a second longer, still hearing her voice in the quiet that followed. Then, all at once, my whole damn team erupted around me.
Sucker for love, sucker for love.
Harrison sang out loud, imitating my favorite rapper Cameron's line from You Gotta Love It. Hey, Bell, Mitch called, snapping me from my thoughts. He wore a mischievous smirk. Bet you're gonna dial her up the minute your wheels hit the road, right? I shrugged, grinning despite myself, trying to play it cool. My hesitation must have lasted a beat too long, because Harrison chimed in, leaning back in his chair. Real talk, bro. Seems like she's already riding shotgun. The crew burst into loud laughter, relentless as ever. The down south Georgia boys never missed a chance to give me a hard time. It was annoying, yet oddly comforting. A familiarity only your crew can offer. Man, I said, trying not to smile. Don't y'all got some work or admin stuff to screw up today? K-Wall, my fellow dirty white boy, jumped in, perfectly imitating my voice. Why make just one girl hate you when you can make them all love you? Ain't that right, Bell? Just like that, the whole crew erupted in laughter, including me. The DWBs and DSGBs had put in serious work on bass over the past few years, racking up back-to-back Captain's Cup titles. I chuckled, shaking my head, waving them off like they hadn't hit a nerve. But deep down, I knew they were onto something real, something I wasn't ready to face. Sofia wasn't supposed to matter, but she did. Nah, not today, Playboy. Today's about you, my boy Ernesto said, pointing at me like an interrogator. 3 years of running game, swearing you'd never get caught slipping. No woman would ever have you open. And now look at you. Soft, blushing, in love. Psst, I waved them off. Ain't nobody in love. Whatever happened to I don't love 'em, I leave 'em, Mitch wheezed between laughs. Even the married dudes, those with kids, mortgages, and matching minivans, were clowning me. For 3 years, I talked wild, claiming no girl would ever have me open, and how I'd curve a girl as soon as she got clingy. I used to quote Jay-Z, I love 'em, leave 'em, 'cause I don't fucking need 'em. Now, I was getting roasted for catching feelings. Bell! PS1 Baker's serious but warm voice cut through the noise. He raised 2 fingers, twisting them in that familiar turn 2 signal. Get moving, man. Double time. Let's knock this checkout sheet down and get you on the road. The weather's going to get nasty and I want you gone before it hits. Say less, I said, grabbing my folders. I've been ready, Bake. Just waiting on you to take this last piss test. Then see Chief to collect my signed DD-214. The office fell silent as my colleagues approached for hugs and handshakes. This wasn't pretend affection. It was genuine. One by one, the DSGBs and my Team 4 family came forward, sharing what they needed to say, offering dap, hugs, and well-wishing. It might sound cheesy, but their words carried weight. Baker led me through the cold gray P-ways, as if we were running errands. Not at the end of something. Just another box to check. Drug test. Pee in a cup, pass go and collect your discharge papers. He wasn't saying much, but I could tell it was getting to him. Baker had been my supervisor since day one. We checked in on the same day, went through NDOC side by side, and then he picked me for a squad, saying he saw something in me. I hadn't been sure if he'd meant potential or just someone willing to do whatever he asked. Over time, it changed. Bake wasn't just PS1 Baker, the team LPO. He was Bake. He became a steady presence in my life, like family. A tough love uncle who held you down, but called you out on your bullshit while always showing up. The thing about Baker is he's a neat freaking germaphobe. He can't use the office doorknob without pulling his sleeve over it. If he doesn't have long sleeves, he uses hand sanitizer immediately after touching it, rubbing the gel in before his butt hits his desk chair. So I figured, Why not one last prank for the road? I told him to run the sink to help me go, and he did. No questions. Then he handed me the cup, all official-like, and I was already scheming. I filled it up, did my thing, and then hit the outer shell of that cup with a splash of sink water. Just a dab, nothing wild. Here you go, Bake, I said, trying not to laugh. He barely touched it before snatching his hand back like a kid touching a hot stove. What the Bell? Did you even get any piss in this cup? I lost it. I mean, full on, holding the sink can't breathe laughter. Relax, Bake. It's sink water. I swear on everything. He shot me a death stare, the kind that usually came before a speech or threat. You're lucky I don't break my foot off in your ass one last time, or keep you here until close of business, he snapped. I laughed harder. Come on. If I didn't mess with you before I left, you'd think something was wrong with me. He shook his head, doing his best Denzel in Training Day impersonation, reciting one of his famous lines.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Ah, you motherfucker. But a smile crept through. It always did. That's how I knew the love was real. He sealed the cup with more care than anyone needed, then washed his hands and applied hand sanitizer from his pocket. Baker wasn't some by-the-book Joe Navy type. He was the opposite, and that was precisely the type of leader I'd needed. He'd help me keep it together when my head wasn't right. When my bipolar train was heading toward derailment, he'd been the steady hand steering me back on track. You don't forget people like that. Then, like he always did, he took care of business, walking me through the last parts of the process, just a few more signatures, stale goodbyes, and it was a wrap. 3+ years summarized on one sheet of paper, folded into a standard service record. When we finished, we stood there like two guys unsure how to say goodbye without making it weird. We settled for a cool handshake that turned into a bro hug, complete with a pat on the back. Stay in touch, Bell, he said. Don't disappear. I nodded. Oh, I won't. You're not getting off the hook that easily. You're family now. You're stuck with me. Then I walked out of the building. The cold air hit differently, sharp and clean, as if the world were giving me a fresh page. My car was packed to the roof with clothes, laundry bags, boxes, gym gear, and the desk chair my chief gave me before deploying on an IA orders. 7 hours north. New chapter. New me. Maybe?
They fucking with that boy OT. What's poppin'?